Jimmie Walker, hilarious, unforgettable. But behind the side-splitting skits and catchphrases lies a story shrouded in a surprising twist. Was his life a non-stop laugh track leading to a mansion overflowing with riches? Or is there something more complex beneath the glitz and glamour? Today, truth seekers, we embark on a journey to decode the enigma that is Jimmie Walker. Join me as we unravel the layers of his career, his wealth, and the intriguing tale behind the man who had us all dying laughing, early life. Jimmie symbolized the 70s American dream of success, the former kid from the ghetto who rose to wisecracking TV superstardom. While in his element as the broadly strutting, gleamy-toothed J.J. Evans of the popular urban-styled sitcom Good Times, 1974, Jimmie Walker lived the extremely good life. Following the series' demise, however, reality again checked in. Still and all, he has not self-destructed as others before him have, and continues to enjoy a comedy career now approaching 4 decades. Jimmie Walker's life began in Brooklyn, New York in 1947. Born James Carter. Walker Jr., he grew up in the Bronx alongside his sister Beverly. His family environment was a blend of blue-collar stability and healthcare expertise. His father, James Sr., worked as a Pullman porter, a demanding yet respected position in the travel industry. Jimmie's mother, Lorena, held a leadership role as the head of a hospital's nursing department. This upbringing likely instilled a strong work ethic and a sense of responsibility in Jimmie. Educationally, Jimmie attended Theodore Roosevelt High School. There, he took advantage of an innovative program funded by New York State called SEEK, Search for Education, Evaluation, and Knowledge. This program exposed him to the field of radio engineering, a subject that piqued his interest. Thanks to the skills he gained through SEEK, Jimmie landed a job at WRVR, a radio station in New York City. Jimmie's teenage years weren't all about academics and radio waves, though. He also hustled as a vendor at Yankee Stadium during the iconic 1964 World Series, witnessing sports history firsthand. This experience even included a brush with greatness. The legendary Mickey Mantle himself gifted Jimmie a silver dollar, a memento that likely holds a special place in his collection. So, Jimmie's early life was a mix of educational pursuits, professional beginnings, and a touch of sports magic, all within the vibrant atmosphere of New York City. Career. Jimmie Walker's rise to comedic fame began in an unconventional way. His stand-up debut wasn't at a comedy club, but as an opening act for a militant poetry group called The Last Poets on New Year's Eve in 1967. One might not expect a jive-styled comedian to thrive in such an environment, but Jimmie's act was a surprising hit. He impressed the audience and stayed with the group for a year and a half, honing his comedic voice and stage presence. Fate intervened when comedian David Brenner spotted Jimmie performing at a Manhattan club. Recognizing Jimmie's talent, Brenner became a key advocate. He recommended Jimmie, along with other rising stars like Freddie Prinze, to Bud Friedman, the owner of the prestigious Improv Comedy Club in New York. Jimmie quickly became a regular at the Improv, captivating audiences with his unique comedic style. This success led to his national television debut on Jack Parr's show in 1972. Jimmie's stellar performance propelled him from opening act to main attraction. The appearance marked a turning point, showcasing his comedic talent to a wider audience and launching him on the path to stardom. Unlike many actors who toiled away for years before landing their big break, Jimmie practically had it handed to him on a silver platter. The Norman Lear team, who were comedy powerhouses at the time, saw his potential and offered him the lead role in Good Times, a spin-off of their already successful show, Maude. Good Times wasn't just any sitcom, it was a groundbreaking show that tackled social issues faced by African-American families in the inner city. Jimmie, at the ripe age of 27, brought a youthful energy and comedic charm to his role as the teenage son, starring alongside the legendary Esther Rolle. Despite the age difference, their on-screen chemistry was undeniable. Jimmie's character wasn't afraid to be a little sassy and have an attitude, which resonated with audiences. His signature catchphrase, "Din-O-Might," became a cultural phenomenon, popping up everywhere from clothing and belts to a talking doll that mimicked his voice. The show's success propelled Jimmie to superstardom. He wasn't just a popular TV star, he was a cultural icon. Time magazine, a prestigious publication, even named him Comedian of the Decade. It was a meteoric rise to fame, and Jimmie was living the dream. He had everything: a hit show, a catchy catchphrase, and a legion of fans. But as we often see in Hollywood, the climb to the top can be easier than staying there. While Good Times was a hit and Jimmie's character was popular, not everyone was happy. Some of the other actors on the show felt like Jimmie's over-the-top performance overshadowed the serious topics the show was trying to tackle. They wanted to portray a strong, positive image of a black family, but Jimmie's character, with all his catchphrases and antics, came across more like a stereotype. This caused tension on set, and eventually the two lead actors, Esther Roll and John Amos, decided to leave the show, although Esther Roll did come back later. Even though there was this drama behind the scenes, Good Times still managed to stay on the air for 6 seasons. With Good Times at the top of the charts, Jimmie was everywhere. He made guest appearances on popular shows like The Love Boat and Fantasy Island, and even showed off his funny side on game shows. He was a big deal in Las Vegas, too, performing for excited crowds. Riding this wave of popularity, Jimmie even released a comedy album, you guessed it, called Din-O-Might, that became a bestseller. He also tried his hand at movies, landing a starring role alongside comedy legends Sidney Poitier and Bill Cosby in the film Let's Do It Again. It seemed like Jimmie could do no wrong. Jimmie was featured as a highly unlikely, scrawny, framed boxer promoted by Poitier and Cosby. As enjoyable as he was, it did not lead to other major film offers. Most of his later movies have been self-mocking guest parts or cameo bits in spoofs such as in Airplane, 1980, The Frankenstein Takeoff Monster Mash, the movie, 1995, and the slasher movie parody, Shriek If You Know What I Did, last Friday the 13th, 2000. After Good Times ended in 1979, Jimmie hit the road and went back to doing stand-up comedy. He was hoping to land another starring role on TV, but it turned out being harder than he thought. People loved him as JJ, but that character became so popular, it was hard for them to see Jimmie playing anyone else. He tried a few different shows in the 80s, but none of them lasted very long. BAD Cats only lasted a month, and then there was At Ease, where he played a funny sergeant. He even tried a show based on a Richard Pryor movie called Bustin' Loose, but that didn't work out either. It seemed like everyone just wanted him to be JJ, and Jimmie was having trouble finding his footing as a new character. Even though those shows in the 80s didn't take off, Jimmie never gave up on comedy. Stand-up became his main gig, and he still tours around the country doing shows 25 to 30 weeks a year. He's a familiar face on late-night talk shows, too, keeping the laughs going. When he's not on stage or TV, Jimmie enjoys writing scripts for movies and TV shows. So, even though things didn't go exactly as planned after Good Times, Jimmie Walker carved out a successful career in comedy. He rarely spoke to anyone on set. The Evans family on Good Times brought laughter to our homes every week. They were a relatable bunch, working through everyday struggles with a healthy dose of humor and love. But like many TV families, the closeness we saw on screen wasn't always mirrored in real life. Jimmie Walker, who stole the show as the energetic JJ, recently revealed that his off-screen relationships with some cast members weren't as strong as their on-screen bond. In fact, he admitted to barely knowing a couple of his co-stars. While they were professional and delivered hilarious performances together, it seems a true friendship never quite blossomed. This isn't uncommon in Hollywood. Actors work long hours and have their own lives outside the set. While some develop lasting friendships, for others, the bond remains professional. It doesn't take away from the great chemistry they had on screen, but it does offer a behind-the-scenes look at how TV magic is sometimes made. In a recent interview, Jimmie Walker, who played the iconic JJ, opened up about his relationships with his co-stars. Apparently, Jimmie and his TV parents, played by Esther Rolle and John Amos, didn't exactly hang out off-set. Jimmie said he barely spoke to Esther, who played Florida, during her time on the show. He even admitted he wouldn't have known how to reach her outside of work. The situation with John, James Evans, wasn't much different. While they chat a little more now, Jimmie says they weren't friends back in the day and never really talked. It seems like their bond was mainly professional, focused on delivering great performances together. This might surprise some fans, but it's actually pretty common in Hollywood. Actors work long hours and have their own lives outside the show. Sure, some co-stars become best friends, but for others, the connection stays work-related. Even though they weren't close personally, Jimmie, Esther, and John definitely had great on-screen chemistry, and that's what truly mattered for the show. Amos also wasn't a fan of the character. John Amos's departure from Good Times after 3 seasons wasn't a simple one. Sure, there were disagreements about money and contracts, as is sometimes the case in Hollywood, but a deeper issue seems to have been the show's evolving direction. Both Amos and his co-star Esther Rolle, who played Florida Evans, were on board for the show's original concept. Good Times wasn't just a sitcom. It was a groundbreaking show that tackled social issues faced by African American families. Amos, a respected dramatic actor, likely relished the opportunity to portray a strong, working-class father grappling with real challenges. However, as the show progressed, the focus seemed to shift. Jimmie Walker's character JJ, with his slapstick humor and catchy catchphrases, became a breakout star. The show leaned more and more into the comedic aspects, and Amos felt this strayed from the show's original mission. He believed the over-the-top antics overshadowed the serious issues they were trying to portray and did a disservice to the other characters, particularly the Evans' 2 younger children. In his mind, the show was saying to young viewers that these serious topics weren't important, and that wasn't a message he wanted to be a part of. It wasn't about jealousy of Walker's success. It was about staying true to the vision that initially drew Amos to the show. Amos wasn't afraid to voice his concerns, but the creative differences proved irreconcilable. Ultimately, he decided to leave the show, even though it meant walking away from a successful sitcom and a steady paycheck. It was a difficult choice, but one that reflected his commitment to his artistic integrity. This dedication to artistic vision is a quality often shared by successful actors. However, unlike John Amos, Jimmie Walker, the unforgettable J.J. Evans from Good Times, has managed to keep his personal life, particularly his love life, relatively private. Love affairs. Jimmie Walker, the unforgettable J.J. Evans from Good Times, is known for his comedic timing and the catchphrase, "Dynamite." However, his personal life, particularly his love life, remains relatively private. Despite a successful acting career, there's a surprising lack of information about marriages or children associated with Walker. Public appearances offer some clues. In a 2012 interview with Wendy Williams, Walker himself revealed he has never been married and doesn't have children. However, he did mention having had many girlfriends throughout his life. This suggests a preference for relationships outside of marriage, but details remain undisclosed. There was a brief moment of speculation in 2017 when Norman Lear, creator of Good Times, mentioned Walker dating political commentator Ann Coulter. However, Coulter quickly refuted the claim, clarifying that they were just friends. This incident highlights the potential for misinformation surrounding Walker's personal life. Walker's focus on his career might be a contributing factor to the secrecy. The immense popularity of Good Times would have undoubtedly demanded significant time and energy. Furthermore, the typecasting that often follows breakout roles could have limited his opportunities to find love outside the industry bubble. Despite the lack of specifics, it's clear that Walker prioritizes privacy. He rarely shares details about his personal life, and media outlets appear to respect his boundaries. This approach stands in contrast to many celebrities who navigate a constant spotlight. While the public might yearn for a glimpse into Walker's romantic life, the true significance lies in his artistic achievements. J.J. Evans remains a pop culture icon, a testament to Walker's comedic talent. His dedication to his craft and his desire for privacy deserve respect. Personal life. On a 2012 episode of The Wendy Williams Show, Jimmie Walker has opted for a life of bachelorhood. While he's mentioned having many girlfriends over the years, he's never tied the knot and doesn't have any children. Beyond acting, Jimmie Walker hasn't shied away from expressing his political opinions. Interviews and his autobiography, Dino-Mite, Good Times, Bad Times, Our Times, a memoir, reveal him to be a self-described realist independent who leans conservative. His views have sparked discussions, particularly his stance on affirmative action. Walker believes it has served its purpose and is no longer necessary. He's also expressed reservations about gay marriage on moral grounds. Interestingly, however, he doesn't advocate actively fighting against its legalization, suggesting it's a settled issue. Perhaps it's this desire to move on from past debates that's led Walker to a new chapter, a new home. Real estate. Jimmie Walker is saying goodbye to his Brooklyn home. The actor recently listed his longtime residence at 3883 Bedford Avenue for $1.3 million. This charming spot in the heart of Madison has been a haven for Walker for decades, and now it can be yours. The cozy yet stylish house offers 525 square feet of living space, featuring a perfect blend of classic details and modern amenities. There are 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, making it a great fit for a small family or a single person who loves to entertain. The outdoor space adds to the appeal. Enjoy a cup of coffee in the front garden or utilize the extra storage space in the garage. Whether you're drawn to the classic touches or the modern updates, this Brooklyn gem has something for everyone. Open the door and you're greeted by a light-filled living room with high ceilings, perfect for stretching out after a long day or entertaining a close group of friends. Warm hardwood floors flow throughout the first floor, adding a touch of elegance underfoot. Natural light streams through the windows, making the space feel open and inviting. Imagine whipping up delicious meals in the kitchen, complete with ample cabinet space and room for a breakfast table. Need a break from the hustle and bustle? The private backyard offers a peaceful retreat, perfect for enjoying a cup of coffee in the morning or barbecuing with friends. There's even a spacious garage to keep your car or extra belongings out of sight. Head downstairs to the full basement, ideal for storing those seasonal decorations or workout equipment. There's even a full bathroom down there for added convenience. Climb the stairs to find 3 generously sized bedrooms, each with a private bathroom and ample closet space. The 3rd bedroom is especially versatile. Transform it into a home office, a mini gym for your daily workout routine, a cozy library, or even a play area for the little ones. No matter your needs, this room can easily adapt to your lifestyle. No more lugging laundry up and down the stairs. Convenient access to the basement, complete with designated outlets for a washer and dryer, makes laundry day a breeze. This Brooklyn gem isn't just charming, it's convenient too. Easy access to the B2, B31, and local buses puts the rest of the city within reach. And when you want to stay local, the neighborhood offers a peaceful escape with rare views of charming townhouses, a bustling cityscape, and tree-lined streets. This home truly captures the essence of Brooklyn living, a perfect blend of tranquility and easy access to the city's energy. As Jimmie Walker moves on to new adventures, this residence offers a chance to own a piece of Brooklyn history. This house in the heart of Madison embodies classic charm with modern comfort, making it the perfect place to call home. However, questions linger about Walker's financial situation. His career, spanning decades, showcased comedic talent and adaptability. Yet, Estimates of his net worth vary wildly, sparking curiosity and leaving fans wondering about his financial standing. So what is his net worth? Jimmie Walker, the iconic star of the 1970s sitcom Good Times, is a figure shrouded in some financial mystery. His career, spanning decades, showcased comedic talent and adaptability. Yet, estimates of his net worth vary wildly, sparking curiosity and leaving fans wondering about his financial standing. On one end of the spectrum, sources like Net Worth Post suggest a figure around $500,000. This might seem surprisingly low for an actor who enjoyed such immense popularity during his prime. Good Times was a cultural phenomenon, capturing the struggles and humor of an African-American family in inner-city Chicago. Walker's character, J.J. Evans, became a household name with his signature catchphrase, "Dynamite." One might expect such success to translate into significant wealth. However, others paint a different picture. There are claims that Walker's net worth reaches as high as $16 million, often citing his success on the PGA Tour. This is a clear case of mistaken identity, conflating Walker the actor with Jimmie Walker, a distinguished professional golfer. It's likely his net worth falls somewhere between the two extremes. Sources like YouTube channels estimate it around $1.3 million. This figure seems more reasonable considering Walker's career trajectory. While Good Times propelled him to stardom, the show's run ended in 1979. Walker continued acting, appearing in various television shows and films throughout the following decades. However, he never quite recaptured the phenomenal success of his signature role. The typecasting that often comes with such a breakout character might have limited his opportunities to showcase his acting range. Residuals from Good Times and ongoing projects likely contribute to his income stream, but perhaps not at the level some might expect. Negotiations for residuals in the 1970s might not have been as lucrative as they are today, and the show's syndication deals might not be on par with the top-rated sitcoms of that era. Financial decisions and lifestyle choices also play a role in determining net worth. Public information on these aspects of Walker's life is scarce. Ultimately, Jimmie Walker's legacy extends far beyond his net worth. His portrayal of J.J. Evans remains a pop culture touchstone, a testament to his comedic genius and the enduring power of Good Times. The financial details may be debatable, but Walker's impact on entertainment is undeniable. He helped pave the way for greater representation of African Americans on television and brought laughter to millions of homes during a challenging economic time in the United States. Speaking of enjoying life, does this comedic legend extend his passion to classic cars collection? Even though he is known for his infectious laugh, signature catchphrase, and undeniable comedic talent, but does his love for life extend to a passion for classic cars? Unfortunately, there's a dearth of concrete information about Jimmie Walker's car collection, if one exists at all. But here is what we know. Chevrolet. Chevrolets boast a rich history in American car culture. From the roaring engines of the Corvette to the dependable workhorses like the Silverado pickup truck, Chevrolets are known for their focus on performance and utility. Design-wise, Chevrolets tend to be bold and imposing. The Camaro, for instance, features a sculpted, athletic look, while the Tahoe SUV exudes a rugged, adventurous vibe. Interiors are typically comfortable and spacious, prioritizing functionality over opulence. Under the hood, Chevrolets pack a punch. V8 engines are common, offering exhilarating acceleration and towing capabilities for trucks and SUVs. However, Chevrolet also offers fuel-efficient options like the Cruze sedan, catering to a wider range of drivers. Ford. Sharing the American stage with Chevrolet, Ford vehicles are renowned for their durability and practicality. The iconic F-Series pickup trucks are testaments to Ford's commitment to strength and capability. Mustangs, on the other hand, epitomize the American muscle car with their sleek designs and powerful engines. When it comes to aesthetics, Fords tend to be more balanced than Chevrolets, offering a blend of sporty and rugged elements. Interiors prioritize comfort and functionality, often featuring durable materials built to withstand everyday wear and tear. Engine options range from fuel-efficient EcoBoost engines to the growling V8s found in Mustangs and F-150 Raptor trucks. Mercedes-Benz. In stark contrast to the American muscle, Mercedes-Benz represents the pinnacle of German engineering and luxury. Every aspect of a Mercedes, from the curvaceous designs to the meticulously crafted interiors, exudes sophistication. The S-Class sedan, for instance, is a technological marvel, boasting cutting-edge features and a cabin that rivals a first-class airplane seat. Performance is another hallmark of Mercedes. Powerful engines deliver a smooth and responsive driving experience, while advanced suspension systems ensure a luxurious ride. However, Mercedes prioritizes comfort and handling over raw power, making them ideal for those who value a refined driving experience. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the incredible world of Jimmie Walker. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed it, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more F1 content. See you in the next one.